I'm off to Tokoroa today to catch up with Mark and Shay Ingram to calculate their SustaiN gain. Mark, so I'm wondering if you can tell me about your farm system you've got going on here.
We've got 228 hectares effective here on the dairy farm, and we've got 110 hectares over at the runoff. We're sort of running the SustaiN 5 farm, so it's been out of forestry now for, this is the 7th season.
Okay, and milking how many cows?
670.
670, righto.
So yeah, it's sort of pretty much what we'll top out here.
So Mark, you've been using SustaiN for a while now. What made you choose SustaiN over urea?
We're just coming down here to the conversion farms. We needed nitrogen available to the plants. There's just huge deficiencies. And we just needed that nitrogen available for that plant to get the better growth rates. And we saw huge response rates to it. So yeah, just nitrogen availability. It needed to be there for the plants.
Sure.
Yeah, it's not in the soil, being a conversion farm out of trees. And yeah, it was just the best option we had available to us, and it worked really well. We'd like to think if there's a safer environmental option out there that we can use it, you know, and the benefits were pointed out to us. And with the conversion farms, you know, we've got a lot of waterways and runoff areas that we have to protect. And so, you know, if we can do a little bit for the environment and get a financial gain in it at the same time, it sort of makes sense.
Do you find it gives you greater flexibility? You can spread it if it's dry at the moment, but you're expecting rain?
I do all my own spreading and that, so sometimes, you know, your time of the day runs out, and I can put it on pretty much any time. It gives me flexibility. I've got 4 kids in the family, so, you know, sometimes you get rather busy, and, you know, just being able to go out there and put it on when I choose is it's a huge advantage to me. So yeah. Well, yeah, one of the things we like about SustaiN is the different varieties of options we have with it. We run through phased in going into winter to give us that early, well, frost protection and early spring growth when it comes out. Through summer, we use the K SustaiN option, giving us that good summer protection and good summer growth. So we actually do use the whole range. Yeah, we've seen the benefits, so yeah, we try to keep it in our fertiliser program, and it just gives us options that we need in the farming operation today.
Okay, Mark, so what we're going to do is run you through to show you what your SustaiN gain is for this season. So this is a calculator which compares using SustaiN over more standard product like urea.
Yep.
So we plug in the price of the products, comparing the two, SustaiN and urea. We put in the spread rate here, so your typical spread rate around 65 to be applying around the 30 units of N. Volatilisation, so that's the key thing with SustaiN, is reducing that volatilisation. So as you can see, we're halving that by using SustaiN. And the figure we've put in here is your average response to that applied N across the season. So that figure we've put in is a fairly conservative one of 12. So that's 12 kgs of dry matter grown for every kg of N applied.
Yeah.
We've put in the payout. Now that's very conservative at 380. Milk solids start coming through here, so extra milk solids produced by capturing that extra grass you're growing. And down here we've put in your farm, so we've put in your total dairy platform and your runoff, so total hectares of 338, and number of rounds of N over the season been around 5. So after all of those calculations, Mark, we arrive at your SustaiN gain figure for the season, and that figure, as you can see there, is $1,880.
Awesome.
So Mark, now that you've seen that figure, how does that make you feel?
It's really good to see a good figure coming through, you know. A calculator like that helps us see what we're doing is right, and we'll continue to use it.
So there we go, guys. We've calculated the SustaiN gain for Mark and Shay's farm for this season. To find out more about what SustaiN can do for your farm, get in contact with your local Ballance rep.